Hey everybody, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup 14. This is going to be between Descara and PhoenixYo, and it's actually the first games that we're casting of Group C. And Just Carrier's right. He's coming up, not next, but you bet next. You know what I mean. This is going to be on Firebase Krill. Let's check our info.txt. I expect something to be terrible about this because it's PhoenixYo and he seems to curse these, but... Oh no, it's actually pretty nice and clean. So the Descara grabs Coalition, PhoenixYo gonna play Savon, and then Descara picks Firebase Krill. You know PhoenixYo, he's gonna try to meme somehow, but it's not really clear what he wants to do. Savon is an interesting pick, he's normally played Coalition instead. Yeah, well, those are usually even worse. I will admit that. But it must be Descara who wrote this one. Well, they are kind of the mainstays, aren't they? These guys have been playing the game since before it came out, literally. And it's gonna be SC first from Descara. And PhoenixYo looks like some LAVs in the beginning. So I'm not exactly clear what his plan is here, but we shall see. Oh, man, I wish. I want Greppy back, you know? I want all these old players back. Yeah. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. A long time. I really want Mythic back, though, because apparently he was good, but he played in a really curious way, too, right? Like, isn't he the guy who would use, like, missile batteries all the time as, like, an answer to LEDs? I mean, I think that's such a fun idea, you know, but I'm not good enough to make that work. That was before my time, though. I don't really know these players well enough. Descara building a couple of LEDs here. Let's see if he's gonna be able to make the defense. He feels like he looks pretty confident at it. He hasn't budged at all. Like, this is pretty much just, you know, he didn't respond to the LAV threat from PhoenixYo at all, and yeah, sure enough, he's not really taking any damage. So it's gonna be fighter and gunship tech from PhoenixYo off of one base. He's having a bit of trouble putting down this logistics module. Looks like he sorted that out. And Descara, jeez, alright, he's just gonna go up to 3 base. He's got no interest in the... He's got no interest in the units. I mean, that's ridiculous. Just go 3 base. Production upgrade before tech as well, so that's definitely a Jaraci thing. You can't do it in vanilla, but... yeah, it seems like he's not concerned about whatever PhoenixYo has got cooked up at all. It is going to be fighter and gunship, so we'll see if maybe some damage can get done here. I see. Well, it can be, that went to overtime. Man, back in, like, release, that was not very common, was it? But, you know, the thing about missile batteries against Strikecraft is that if they're up in close range, the mortar lands, like, instantly, right? And so it's actually really scary to use, it's really scary to use Strikecraft against missile batteries when your opponent is really good. It's not really like missile ships that way. I feel like back in the day, missile ships used to be like a really good answer to Strikecraft, and these days, like, just nobody ever gets hit by it. So it's like, well, we saw a pretty nasty one earlier today, to be fair. I haven't seen it really be devastating in some time now. PhoenixYo finishes the air tech, by the way, but he hasn't started building any just yet. He's optimizing his fabrication systems. That too. Yeah.
Proceed to rally point. Secure location marked. Order confirmed.
He hasn't built any... Okay, here we go. He's finally building it. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be a double gunship from PhoenixYo, and we've seen this before. The problem is just that this doesn't usually get much value, really. I mean, we saw this in the No Fun series. We'll probably see it again. I would honestly be a bit shocked if Descara doesn't scout it before it comes out. You can see he's moving the probe around. But, like, even if he doesn't, what does it matter? Like, last time we saw one Salvager die. You know, to be fair though, those were Galician Salvagers which have 5 armor, so it's definitely a little bit better against Coalition, but... I don't know, this seems a bit questionable. Yeah, it's like 70 seconds or something. I can't actually look at it on the replay though, but yeah, you know. A little attempt at the TJ, by the way, for PhoenixYo, but it's going to be deflected. The probe actually has not scouted the gunships, so I'm shocked. I said I would be shocked. There it is. TJ's gonna try and block the vision here, but this LAV will see it anyway. So Descara knows about this now, but SCA takes way too long to get, so... yeah. Wow, this is nice though with this turret setup. Anti-air turret gets set up as well. And here come the gunships. Descara gonna split the guys up. And the anti-air turret post is starting to do some damage now. And the gunships are hitting the turret, which is probably suboptimal. Yeah, that's gonna make them a bit scarce and they'll have to leave. And if you take stock of it, Descara lost 1 Salvager and some mining time, and PhoenixYo lost 2 bases, basically. So, if I were Descara, I'd be pretty happy, you know? This seems good. Yeah. I guess I forgot about the anti-air turret post. He kind of has some, like, some answer to the gunships, even if he does get jumped on like that, so... Yeah, double gunship, I just gotta say, it's not the play. Like, it really rarely works. It could be true. You can always try to, like, jiggle it by refreshing, but I don't know. It might be my end. To be fair, sometimes it's because I just keep talking, so... Like, even when I see things get said in chat. Oh yeah, that's true, because you can actually see the Twitch chat show up. You can know how long the delay is. But Assault Cruisers are being built here. Assault Cruiser anti-air hasn't actually been teched yet. I think that'd be a nice choice. For now, though, he's got the 2 anti-air turrets. I think he feels pretty okay. You see, he's actually bringing this guy over to heal up the SC. And even there's an anti-air turret post in mid. So that's going to gain a little bit of field control for him, let him move these base runners out. But yeah, ACAA is still not getting built. So he may actually just choose to forgo that tech. Either that or he'll get it a bit later. Gunships are in the air. I hate how when units leave a TJ, they immediately target it. It's like, okay, that's the least, like the last thing I want you to do. Yeah, he will kill this base runner. Nope. You can see the freaking wheels fall off of it. Always very nice. Maybe if they're like on a hill, you'll see them like bounce down the hill. That'd be pretty cool. I think actually we saw that at one of the casts recently. Extraction comes out, so that's gonna be nice for Descara. And actually, PhoenixYo teched Power 1, which is kind of weird. It's gonna be Battlecruiser fab for Descara, curious. And actually, yeah, he did get ACA now, so he's got that. And the gunships are not really gonna threaten ACs, obviously, at all. But there is like a chance of bombers here, which could be kind of nice, so... See, what you can do is use the TAC missile barrage to kill this one LAV. AVs do get denied over on this side. You know what? Actually, this AC is having some trouble because it's getting pinned down by these ALMs. As Just Carrier said earlier today, the annoying logistics modules. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe this thing will actually die. It's almost hard to believe. This base runner is trying to put down a turret, but it's stupid, unfortunately. Yeah, Assault Cruiser actually goes down over there. And this is actually an SC up here, but that might actually be enough to keep this location, because he's got 2 turrets. Like, he can't push this with railguns, but there's no anti-air here, so, you know, he can send the gunships out and kill it later. Yeah, I don't know, Descara's playing it a little bit funny, but PhoenixYo's problem is just that he went for a very strange build and didn't really get anything done with it. I think maybe if you went into bombers here, you'd have a bit better luck, but to be fair, he actually did deflect the first assault cruiser push with the railguns, so that's not so bad. Oh, that's nice, he's killed the TJ. AVs are stacking up here, but like there's 2 turrets up on this high ground. I don't think you can actually beat this. He's gonna have to smoke one of them. Okay, I take it all back. That's actually pretty easy. I suppose I'm a little bit surprised actually just how quickly those things died. Use my knowledge. They're trading information. This AC is actually in ranged attack barrage, but it doesn't have the cooldown up, which is a bit unfortunate. Smoke being deployed here from both sides. PhoenixYo actually has the armor edge, but there's definitely a health bar lead here for Descara. Oh, and this turret from out of nowhere is actually gonna assist in the fight a lot. Gets this guy out on 1 HP. Oh my gosh. You can't make this stuff up. Very nice. Very nice. Gunship gonna try to do something over here, but there's 2 ACs and they both have anti-air, so this gunship will die. Not to mention the support cruiser can heal him as well. Oh, it's the railguns that are hitting it. I was like, how is it taking so much damage though? One gunship dies, but the other one's alive. It manages to do some decent damage over here. Oh, was I gonna kill it though? No, apparently it should be alright. Oh, okay, well not anymore. He had a chance to live, but he laughed in the face of danger, and that's what happens. And this freaking AAV, meanwhile, is like leading the charge with literally 1 health point. I don't know about that. You probably want to... Yeah, never mind. It's too late for that. BCs are out now. Honestly though, these railguns have been really, really effective for PhoenixYo, and they're still being quite a nuisance for Descara here. Another BC is gonna pop though. I think this is Descara kind of trying to throw down the gauntlet here. To be fair, he's got the 4th artifact picked up here and headed to the extraction zone. The BCs have reached the railguns, now they're gonna start doing some serious damage. This AC over here can use the heal ability to maybe bail itself off, but this seems a little bit dicey. Yep, that is going to be the call. Ah, the railgun actually shot him from out of nowhere. This BC here is starting to harass the carrier, and artillery is popping right here. Oh, that's an unfortunate place for artillery to pop. But actually, the base runner smoke is not going to help you here. You can use the precision barrage to just blow this thing up. 4th artifact extracts now, so that's game point on the artifacts. Uh-oh, the artillery just never used the barrage on this thing, I don't think, so it's actually going to kill one of the artillery cruisers. Dep pack's being used now to try to kill it, I love it. They are finally going to take care of that thing. I agree, which is scary for anyone who wants to, you know, not die. That's a lot of BCs. So, and again, like, maybe PhoenixYo can look to base trade in this kind of scenario, but your opponent has a huge lead on you, so you don't really win those. Especially when your opponent's on 4 artifacts like this. He's smoking here? I don't think he realized there's no railguns left at all. And indeed, the salvagers are retiring for PhoenixYo, so he's kind of just giving up here, it feels. Unless he wants the money for like something that he can build, but he's got a lot of CUs already. I don't really know what he gets out of that. Maybe pop, actually. There's smoke everywhere. They're having some fun with Agent Orange over here. It looks like the carriers are going to start fighting each other now. Descara's carrier pretty decently powered up. He does have to be a little careful though, because you could lose this to the railguns here. So you can see the armor going to get powered up as well. And they just rammed into each other, but it didn't seem to do any damage. BCs actually do a fair amount of friendly fire in this kind of scenario. So for Descara, you kind of want to get your carrier away from PhoenixYo's. Yeah, you can see the BCs just slamming this carrier here. They certainly take no prisoners. AV's on the run by, going to catch the artillery cruisers as well. And that will be a dead carrier. At the 26-minute mark, or sorry, the 16-minute mark, a pretty decent game. And I guess we're going to credit Will with the kill because he has some veterancy. I don't know. Definitely not. Wait, did I say just carrier? Oh no, it's because it's your username. I'm so clever. Let's jump into game 2 and see if PhoenixYo can turn things around at all. But the double gunship, it really just didn't work. I mean, I think this is going to be a pretty consistent trend. Like, double gunship is just not really a good strategy. So game 2 going to be on College Teeth. Looks like the factions did not change. This is PhoenixYo's pick. Perhaps he's got some kind of a plan here.
All ships. Multiple artifact signals have been detected within target range. Control Group 1 designated.
Base runner retire comes out of PhoenixYo. And Descara's going to hold on to his. Looks like probably SC first from him once again.
Proceed to rally point. Secure location marked. Salvager online.
And if anyone knows how to do the build, it's probably Descara. Although these days, SCs cost 480 CUs instead of 450, so I think actually he might be trolled by that a little bit. No, it looks like he's okay. So the SC coming out in about 45 seconds. And it's going to be LAV Fab from PhoenixYo again. Last time we saw it, really didn't get anything done with this, so I want to see some kind of adaptation from him. Maybe you can go early AVs. Yeah, it's going to be that. So he starts it at the 1 minute mark. This is not at all like a very fast timing for AV rush, but he will have them out a bit faster.
Set charges right there.
Why does God hate me? SC costs 480 CUs. I'll tell you, there's a number of reasons for God to hate as sick IGN actually, but in this case, it's just purely a game doing it.
Rally point set. Move to location.
But yes, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd been practicing this against the AI. That's the kind of thing that Descara would do.
Salvager online.
Probe deployed, and we'll see what's out there.
All systems go. Clear out. Proximity warning in effect. Hostile
Sees this LAV here, not going to take any damage to it. What he wants to know is that this AAV tech is done. Like, that's going to be a big thing to see. But actually, another base runner built for PhoenixYo to try and deny the vision. But the AAV module was opening, so did he see it or did he not? I think there's a chance that he did. It was definitely visible, but it would have been hard to see because it was still opening. So wish we had him in chat to tell us, but we'll have to extrapolate. Either way, AV Fab is teching for him.
Salvager online.
Turret gets deployed already, yeah, so he probably saw it. I don't think he'd be doing this if he hadn't. There's 2 base runners out for PhoenixYo, which is weird because he retired the first one. But either way, if he comes in here and manages to get a hit on the turret with the targeting jammer, maybe there's actually a window to do some damage. But it's gonna be closing fast because eventually Descara will just get enough defense here. So PhoenixYo needs to go. He needs to go now. Like this is not gonna be an option for long. Actually, yes, I have felt the same way. If Descara would play Joke Patch, like, we'd get a lot of balancing work done. We'd get a lot of balancing work done. If I hear one more thing about Joke Patch.
Rally point set. To location.
Yeah.
Assault online. We have insufficient CU.
Production upgrade can start for PhoenixYo, but now he moves out across the field. This is already 4 minutes in, though. It's like, this is a lot of time for Descara to mount his defense. And by the way, with this probe, I feel like he actually probably will know it. Like, he'll know about the timing of where this army is. AVs are just going to the main base to defend. Systems 1 actually teching for Descara, so that's going to be even more defense, and he can set down another turret by the time these guys get here because of how early he did this.
Proceed to rally point.
No, I agree. That's a little bit funny. Under a rock or a dune? Yeah, but he's gonna see the whole army here, so he knows about this. It's 3 AVs and 2 base runners against 3 AVs and a base runner, and he's already got one of the turrets set down. It's just too late. It's just too late. You're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna get anything done here.
Salvager online.
You know, if you want to rush with AVs, you need to be hitting at like 2 or 3 minutes, not... Well, 2 minutes would be impossible, actually, but like 5 minutes in, it's just way too late. Your opponent's had 2 bases this whole time. See what he can get done here, but this is going to be dubious at best. He's going to have to land both targeting jammers on the turrets, and even then, he's not going to have... Oh, well, he didn't do either one, so... So that's a foregone conclusion. And now the turrets will just have their way with you. Even Descara can smoke this one when it gets low. Oh, it's a massacre, yeah. No need, no need. Yeah, well, you'll have that. Check the unit's lost tab now. Now, Descara's lost 2 probes, so that does add up to 300 CUs, but yeah, for some reason it doesn't show up in the unit's lost tab. But... Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much that bad. But PhoenixYo, never daunted, he's doing 1 base battle cruisers, alright, you know. But... It's a little bit dubious to say the least.
Rally point set. Move to location.
Even Descara can start getting some extractions now.
Be advised. Team en route to recover the artifact.
And whole board's open, whatever he wants to tech to. Probably fighter and gunship is the call here, but I think you can kind of get away with anything. Looks like he's gonna do BCs again. Now we've seen Descara lose the BC war against Soban, so. It's possible. It's possible. You know that somewhat famous series where Orbinet was able to beat him. That was in a best of 5. I think he 3-0'd him. Like, that was unexpected. But I don't think PhoenixYo will be so lucky on 1 base as he is. He'd have to trade pretty legendarily well to have any chance at this game. I mean, I think it's pretty good, you know, because you've got the terrain on your favor, right? Saban BCs really need to utilize the range advantage, but then again, to be fair, I think the real decider in the fight of Saban versus Coalition BCs is actually just base runners. By the way, it'd be nice to like have these AVs back here. Well, to be fair, it doesn't really matter anymore at this point. Oh, I see. Well, he finished BC tech. There's the GG. Wow, nice shot, Dan. Nice shot. And yeah, I think it's not really a surprise Descara takes the 2-0 against PhoenixYo. The thing about PhoenixYo is that he prepares strategies for his games, but they're just not any good, so... Anyway, that is going to be the 2-0, and we'll move on to the next one.